Welcome to the BENZ Night Show. It is now the 16th of December 2020, 14 days to Christmas, Misa Regalio. And now we are on episode number 52 of the BENZ Night Show. Right, so get ready and relax. Now, first, I would thank you for watching this video whether live or replay. Thank you for watching. Second, thank you for subscribing to both Facebook and YouTube. And third, thank you for sharing our live broadcast, sharing the link. And fourth, please comment on Facebook and also on YouTube. Doon itong comments dito. And another thing is when you go for notification in YouTube, you should click on the notifications for all episodes, not personalized, not for the notification bell, notification for all episodes. That's what you should select. And I know we have a lot of competition for the live broadcast, also for the replay. YouTube, there are millions, hundreds of millions of channels, and then there are many live sessions, and there are big media sources and news sources. But if you're with us now, or if you're watching this replay during your convenient time, at the time convenient for you, then thank you for doing that. Right now, another thing is we understand that the competition is very tough in terms of maybe not only YouTube but watching Facebook. Not only that, but maybe watching Netflix or Amazon Prime or Apple Plus. So I'm not really expecting you to choose our show, choose this video, this live streaming compared to those I've mentioned. So I'm very happy that you are with me. Okay, I'm not expecting a lot of viewers or listeners, but thank you. But who knows, 100 years from now, this is still on YouTube. For history, they would watch this video. Okay, another thing is sometimes my grammar is all jumbled up. That's because in my head I have different sentences and I change the sentence in the middle of the sentence. So that's why sometimes the grammar agreement, sometimes the subject is no longer the same. So sorry about that. It's just that our thoughts are jumbled up. Okay, so thank you for being with us. That's what I said. And alita sa atong our prediction for the weather yesterday, nasakto nga in the afternoon it will rain. Go back to our episode number 51 and you realize that our prediction for the weather came through. It was hot in the morning, but then towards towards 11 p.m. and especially 1 p.m., 2 p.m., heavy rain. Up to 3 p.m., no? Okay, so the weather for... where are you? Move. Okay. The weather for tonight, and of course tomorrow. For tonight, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., we're supposed to have rain. 9 p.m., 10 p.m. we're supposed to have rain, and then 27 degrees Celsius, and then by 11 p.m. No more rain, and that's 27 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius. And by the way, okay, so by 1 a.m. up to 4 a.m. 26 degrees Celsius. From 4 a.m. tomorrow, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. 25 degrees Celsius, and then from 7 a.m. tomorrow up to 9 a.m. that's 27 degrees Celsius, 28 Celsius, and then 29 Celsius at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. sorry, tomorrow, and it will rain tomorrow. So let me turn off my camera first. On, off, on, off. Okay, on. So I can switch. Can you see? I can switch my the flick of a finger. I can turn on my camera. So 29 degrees Celsius by 9 a.m. 29 but raining, and then 10 a.m. raining also. So it will rain, expected to rain. Naraba ko yung project bukas. It will be expected to rain from 9 a.m. tomorrow until, my goodness, 7 p.m. So it will be raining the entire day tomorrow starting 9 a.m. So let's see if our production is correct. Tanaw na to, production. Let's watch na. Let's see if our prediction is correct. That by 9 a.m. it will start to rain all the way up to 11 a.m. and 12. The rain will stop, and then the rain will start again at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then it will stop at 2 p.m. and then it will rain again at 3 p.m. Tanaw na to na because there are gaps, So tomorrow 9 a.m. it will rain. It will stop at 11 up to 1 o'clock. So from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock rain, and then from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. no rain. I mean, just slight drizzle, and then the rain 4 p.m. 3 p.m. up to 7 p.m. So tomorrow, bad news tomorrow, if we cannot do this. Okay, 29-30 degrees Celsius tomorrow. Again, tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. it's supposed to rain. 11 to 1 p.m. no rain. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. rain. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. no rain. And then 3 p.m. all the way to 7 p.m. rain. So tanawa na Tanawa to, sakto ba ng prediction sa weather sa atong report yan. And time. So atong time makaigsunan as of the moment is New York, that it should be about 8:08 a.m. and Los Angeles it should be 5:08 p.m. or almost 9 already, 5:09 a.m. and London it's 1:09 p.m. Tokyo it's 10:09 p.m. So that's our old time, and kung tanaw mo taga DepEd, look at that, okay? That's New York, Los Angeles, London, and Tokyo. And those clocks are moving. See? Look at those clocks. Those clocks are moving there. See? And all of them are individually moving. So DepEd, Department of Education, it's not easy to do that, but I'm just showing you the production capability of the GT-BENZ production machine. The production experience. Okay, and then look at our headlines. It's Philippine national headlines. Okay, atong background, that's video, and that's high resolution video. Look at that. There are fish and wow, that turtle. tortoise, turtle. Okay. Now, sorry. Look at our reports there. And by the way, just the lower thirds. Natabunan ako now sa lower thirds. Okay. So, mura na ko na CNN. 1 month CNN. And close kagabi, yesterday afternoon at 4 p.m. It closed at 30,199.9 actually. So the Dow Jones increased by 337 points. That's good news. So if you see the chart below our chart, if you see the graph below our board there, say it started at 8 a.m. going up, and then it went down, and then it went up by starting at 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and then up, like climbing up the mountain, then a little ripple there, and then finally it closed at 30,199.31. Okay, pa na itong CNN yan. Okay, 1 month CNN machine, ha. Yaw-yaw pa ta, ga-operate pa ta sa graphics. Gold. And the gold actually rose. Okay, misaka ang gold. It was settled yesterday at 1,855.3 US dollars per ounce. That's a very, very, very big amount. 1,861.90 per ounce. Kilo. And then if you look at the chart there, look at the graph. If you look at the chart there, the graph, we're talking about live na siya today. So the latest one is about right now, because it's changing. Look at the it's 1861.6, and then it will be changing now. See, it's now 1861.4. So from 0.6 to 0.60 to 0.40, and now it's 0.20. It's going down. It went up, and then let me see. Oh, it's 0.30. It's going up again. But if you look at the graph, the chart below, and here in the on the x-axis we have 8 p.m., 12 midnight, 4 a.m., and then 8 a.m., which is now. It's 8 a.m. still in New York. And so the price of gold actually increased between 4 a.m. their time. That's about 5 p.m. our time. So in the last 4 hours, the gold went up very high, 1,861.9, 1,861.9. So balik ta. Next is gold Brent. The Brent crude oil. Again, the Brent crude oil is the reference for the world market price for oil, and for the United States internal domestic trading for petroleum, they use the WTI, or West Texas Intermediate Sweet Crude Oil, light sweet crude oil. So they have a different price. There's they call it an arbitrage price between the Brent crude oil and the WTI. Anyway, for our purposes, since we are outside the United States, we will follow the Brent crude oil, and it's now 50.76. Paman mo change since last time. Nagsira ang crude ron. 50.76, no change yet since the settlement price for yesterday. for today, 12 p.m. Okay, 50.76. So you'll be trading soon. Okay, sa London may gagadan yan. Okay, 50.76. And I hope you enjoyed, or you are enjoying our background. That's video backgrounds, and not only one video being repeated, but these are different videos. There are probably 100 videos there. And foreign exchange for the Philippines, you cannot view this on your cell phones, but if you use a laptop or a large screen TV, you can see that United States dollar as of today, December 16, 2020, Banco Central reference rate. United States dollar 48.06, Japan yen 0.46, British pound 64.7, Hong Kong dollar 6.19 or 6.2, Swiss franc 54.26, Canada 37.85, Singapore 36.08, Australian dollar 36.31, Saudi Riyal 12.8, Bahrain dinar 127.6, United Arab Emirates dirham 13.09, Euro, European Monetary Union, the Euro is 58.4, Korean won is 0.044, China is 7.349. Okay, when I reference rate given central bank, and what a view. My background, that's the beach. Foreign exchange and the headlines as of this minute. These are the headlines. So these are the headlines. The US stock futures, dili ang actual stock index, futures niya. US stock futures edges higher on the hopes for fiscal stimulus. Ang Fed decision is awaited. Ang stock market nila has not yet opened. It will open at 9 a.m. New York time and 10 p.m. Philippine time. So 9 a.m. New York, 10 p.m. Philippine time. So we don't have any movement yet in the stock market in the New York Stock Exchange, but the US stock futures, which are in the commodities like Chicago Board of Trade or the Chicago Board of Futures, so you have the US stock futures like trading, it's already trading there. The stock futures, it's higher on hopes of fiscal stimulus, and the Fed decision is awaited. What? I think Thursday, tomorrow, ang Fed decision. Finding stocks with curb appeal. Some stocks curb appeal. Oil struggles for direction as traders weigh stimulus hopes versus rise in inventories. So, libog sila asa padong ang oil karon. So these are the latest headlines. Mag-change na siya as soon as the headlines are released in the United States and the US. And again, below we have the running headlines also. So the countable headlines. Okay, in the meantime, ito kinsay naka-join na nato. Si Irene Velbar, have joined us. Wilson Herrera, Cecil Vines. Si Wilson Herrera is from Guba, Cebu. Si Mr. Francis Ingalls sa YouTube siya ning comment. Thank you, Francis. Sana makada, sir. Sa atong mga products. Mercy Alivio, Engineer Hilario Escudero, naminaw to. Si Sara Molina, si Terry Hereda, si Ray Cabarce Carias, watching gikan sa Pilar Bohol. Si Epifania Palingkod, watching from Hong Kong. Uy, asa taga-asa man ka? Asa man niya dapit sa Hong Kong? Naka sa Taiwan? Sa kwanto nag-asa ka dapit na district. Si Joe Black na minator, good evening, Doc. Watching from Hong Kong, si Epifania Palingkod. Yes, asa ka dapit sa. Si Elgo, watching from Cebu South. Si Felipe Menyosa, also from YouTube. So katong nakapost na sa YouTube, you also post on katong nakapaste na post na sa Facebook, you try to also post katong nakapost na sa Facebook, also post in YouTube para nasa day monetize para nato ay pa. Di ba? May na lang maka-monetize na. And by the way, I hope later on magkuan paagi nga makakuan ba ka ng, remember, maka-income tagamay, like mga greetings ninyo, happy birthday, yatong i-post bitaw diri, napatan to crawlers niyong birthday, ipag-greet ninyo niya, charge ang tagamay ko, some kind of a donation to CBA TV, 20 pesos, 30 pesos, 50 pesos, Gcash na, di ba? Pwede na, di ba? Okay. So, kadit mo. Okay, ganun. Ato sa off ning screen, camera na ko. Okay. So, may tapos itong background. Manuwa man. Okay. Okay, so si Epifania Palingkod sa Shatin. Uy, uli ka sa horse racing na, Shatin District. Si Epifania Palingkod, pila nang kakatuig din na, ma'am, sa Shatin. Okay. Si Bes Zhang, shout out diri sa Hindang, labi na ni Ernestine Gianna Ayok. Okay. Ernestine Gianna Ayok sa Hindang, Leyte. Si Inara Valiente, naminaw gikan sa Mualbual. Okay, so salamat kayo sa ipag-join ninyo na ako. And remember, post mo sa Facebook, post mo sa YouTube. Para diba? Unya, katong nag-like mo sa Facebook, like mo sa YouTube, sorry, I cannot see kinsa nag-like because I'm not monitoring Facebook. Akong ga-monitor lang ang atong chat room. So, thank you for liking or sharing. Share nyo and then you like our broadcast, our live streaming. But, you must post because di ko kay ba og nag-like mo unless mag-post mo because I'm just monitoring the chat room. I'm monitoring the chat room. I'm not monitoring the Facebook. I'm not monitoring the YouTube kay mabutan ako ang Facebook sa computer. Magsagol ang sounds. Diba? Okay. Sige. So, nga rin natas update na to sa atong COVID update. So, tanang atong balik ta sa atong main show. Okay. Right. Yeah, atong background atong i-change to COVID background. COVID na to. Yes. Yes. COVID na. Itong background. Sus, grabihan ni Epipanya palingkod eh. Since 1994, already 22 years. Pero na kay amo ani kay every 2 years man ang contract. Suppose na. 1994. Grabe. Epipanya palingkod eh. Abot dito diya, ma'am. Dugay-dugay mo sa kunya, ma'am. Okay, let's go back. So, nga rin nata sa ready nata sa atong Johns Hopkins update sa COVID. COVID na yan, di ba? Alright, so taga-DepEd, yung monitor mo diya. Okay, so see, itong buhatan ni siya og circle diri, just an ellipse para ma-highlight, hindi niyo makita. Okay. Kita. Sorry, may updates. Display. Bang. Okay, display na. 1,613,809 cases. That's 73.6 million cases worldwide. And that's worldwide 1.6 million. Isura na to i-run off eh. Murag ato lang ikalimtan ang 38,765. Anyway, for your purpose, 1.6 million dead, 73.6 million cases. And again, you multiply that by 10, that will be the estimated actual cases, the estimated cases. Estimated cases nila, estimated actual, yung actual nila, estimated. Sorry lang kayo, kaya itong jumbled my head. So, 73.6 million cases, multiply that by 10 for the estimated cases. So, 736 million cases worldwide. 1.6 for 1.6 million dead. Okay, let's go to the United States. United States, 16,725,039. 16,725,039. That's the number of cases in the US. If you multiply that, that's about 167 million multiplied by 10 cases in the United States alone. The deaths, let me update. Deaths in the US, grabe. Remember last night I said 30,000 overnight. See, not 30,000 overnight. 2 nights ago, sorry. So now we have 303,867 deaths in the United States. 300,000 deaths. 303,867 deaths. Okay, so grabe. And to think, we're just about, 3% to 4% of the population in the United States. This should not happen in the US. I have been repeating this every night. It's unthinkable that this is happening in the US. It's unthinkable. Okay? Unthinkable na siya. Hello. Okay. Pag na-mute na sa nako akong camera, ang unthinkable. code the world's most powerful nation, the center of research and development, the center of finance, the center of the intellectual universe, center of management, the center of, military firepower, the center of computer genius, the center of medical geniuses. Grabe. Yeah, how can you have deaths like that? 33,867 deaths. Okay. Ang number 2, by the way, is India, but India has about 10 million cases only. United States has almost 17 million, so naku kay diferensya. 17, yeah, 10 million, that's 70% more. The US has 70%. I'm making this rough calculations in my head. India, number 2. So the US is 70% higher than India. So that's this is unthinkable, really. Somebody should, like what we're doing right now, I don't know, you share our broadcast to your friends, your foreigner friends, so they can appreciate the insights, our insights into this data. United States only has a population of about 360 million. India has a population, and very poor population at that, poor population of 1 billion, and the population density of, let's say, Bombay and Delhi, wow, that will be higher than New York. Now, here, India has a population probably, let's say, 900 million or about 1 billion, and yet India's cases are only 9.9 million, round off na to 10 million, which is, the United States is 70% more in terms of cases. The United States has 70% more cases. And yet, it has only a population of maybe 1/3 of the population of India. India's cases, that's 144,096. So, India is a very far second placer. So the first placer, United States, really unthinkable. I cannot explain how this happened and why is this happening, because they're hitting record number of cases and the number of deaths in the United States almost every day. We'll get to that later on. So India, next to India, India has about 10 million, 9.9 million. Brazil has 6.9 million. So India has 30% more cases than Brazil. Although ang deaths sa Brazil mas dako pa kaysa India, 182,729 cases. This is really gross negligence. This is criminal gross negligence on the part of these governments. Russia, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Russia, number 4, has only 2.7 million cases. Although, I will not trust the figures given by Russia, because I think that we control. In the same manner as I don't trust the figures coming from China and Vietnam. So Russia has 2.7 million cases and about 48,000 deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So US, India, Brazil, Russia, France. Number 5 is France. Awan ang Italy na. France has 2.4 million cases with 59,182 deaths. So the top 5, US, India, Brazil, Russia, France. But US to India, that's a 70% gap. India to Brazil, that's a 30% gap. And Brazil to Russia, that's 7, 3, 3, about 30% gap. And then I'm just, rounding off these numbers. And from Russia to France, they're almost the same anyway. So, saan itabo sa Italy? Italy. 1.9 million cases. Deaths in Italy, 65,000. And ngatas Philippines na ba? Philippines, 452,988 cases and 8,833 cases. So, sa inyo na memorize on 8833. 8833. Uy, yun sa may nagawa sa short trace nito. Marami, 8833 marami uguan. Kung nga number. Special number, 8833. Sa nagawa sa text ko na po ninyo. Sa magawa sa short trace. 452,988 cases. And deaths in the Philippines, 8833. 8,833. That's December 16th. Misa de Gallo. Ang deaths, cumulative deaths na to, 8833. Philippines. Then, let's go to, look at Sweden. Huh? Kaya in Sweden, wala magani sila makuha ni Sweden. Wala magani sa'yo na ni? Ang Sweden, wala magani siya ikuan. May mask, wala ikuan ha, ang Sweden. And yet, look at that. Sweden has only 341,029 cases and only 7,000 hindi mo ka mo update. Hindi mo update sa Sweden. Bago na, 7,802 na Sweden. Closing date naman nila. So, closing time na dito sa ilang offices. So, na-update ni. 348,000 that's why ang numbers din mo sa ba. Okay. All right, sige. So, the database is being currently updated. That's why Sweden now has 348,585 cases and 7,802 deaths. Sweden. Okay. So, marita sa Singapore. Japan sa ta. Japan only has 187,673 cases, and deaths in Japan only 2,623. And yet, remember this, Japan did not shut down its public transportation. So, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, they did not shut down their public transportation. So, although their economy suffered, but not as much as the suffering here, economic suffering and physical suffering here in the Philippines. Yan, nag-utang pag yung kangkota. So, Singapore, kaya pinusakan Singapore, 58,000 lang yapon natin karon. Singapore, 58,353 cases. Deaths in Singapore still only 29 cases in Singapore. And next, of course, is Japan. Taiwan. Ano niya Taiwan? Taiwan, only 749 cases. Ang South Korea, nga sa South Korea, sorry, ay kalimutin South Korea. 30,000 in South Korea. Singapore niya, South Korea, 45,000 in South Korea. South Korea, 45,442 cases. Nagsaka sila, pero layo, rekas Pilipinas ka 450,000. Remember my watch episode number 47. 612 deaths in South Korea. 612 deaths in only 612 deaths in South Korea. 45,442 cases. And then now let's go now to Taiwan. US, Taiwan has 749 cases and only 7 deaths. Only 7 deaths. Okay. Wala ni last sa atong ipang report. Ang Hong Kong today. So let's zoom into China. There ang Hong Kong. Click to Hong Kong. Okay, muna Hong Kong. The cases in Hong Kong, 7,803 cases. Remember, Philippines has 450,000. Hong Kong only has 7,803 cases, despite the fact that they have a population density of 98,000 people per square kilometer. Deaths in Hong Kong, 123 deaths only. 123 deaths only. Philippines na to, 8,833. Alright, so that completes our run-up of the countries that we are interested in, especially comparing them to other comparing the Philippines to other Asian countries. And that's the insights that we can share with you. And by the way, this sort of proves that, the numbers are evidence. These numbers are evidence of successful or a failed COVID policy. Okay, so clear the screen. Out sa kuha na. Kumusta naman mo dila sa chat room? Okay. Alright, so nawa man akong camera. Nawa, ang sounds. Sergio Black na black. Sounds. Okay. So, ang iring. Asamang iring. Uy! Where are you, Mr. Iring? Sorry. Balik na nagiring. So may iring pak. Kalimutan ko sa buhatan there. Right. Atong background ato change for. Why? Insert combine properties. Okay. Okay. Kay isod ning one-man machine ta. Alright, I'm back. So, parang to ang Dow Jones nag-move na ba? Let's see, Dow market sa market pag-yapon open pamalit 10 o'clock na. Ang gold by this time is already 1856. So if you look at the chart niya sa ubos, mag-anad ka, magdato magata, di mag-financial contracts na. So nag-ubos ang gold. Look at that. From 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. that's US time, New York time, which is 5 p.m. na to 9 p.m. So manay kuan sa gold. Nagsaka siya about 7 p.m. na to. Yan, ubos siya karon now. It's going down. Dako ang drop sa gold 1856.00. It's very big. Drop niya. Saka na po. Drop. Saka na po. Okay. Niya. Sata. Okay. Pang sa atin kay kuan. Ring buwas. Balik. Brent crude oil 50.84. So tanawa siya magkaigsunan sa ubos na chart din ha. From 3 a.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 12 p.m. We were talking about kuan siya ha. Kanang PM sa kuan PM sa London time ni. London man nga kuan. GMT man nga time. Okay, London time na siya. 12 p.m. So, man real time changes. So, it's now at 50.84. Within 10 seconds, tanaw to pila na kuan 0.84 man siya. So, let's wait. Oh, see, 0.84 if it will change. How much? Was the price actions up or down? They call it the price action. Is it an up or down? So price up or price down? So 50.8. 50.84. Change sa na. 80 ba ito kanina? Okay. So that's the Brent crude oil. Ug ang headlines na to na nagabot gikan sa New York. Updated headlines. Refresh ang screen, magkaigsunan. May pinakabago niya. Okay. US stock futures is higher on hopes for fiscal stimulus. Fed decision awaited. Sa ubos sa kuan BPI nag-change ko na sila og head. Pagbalik CEO Royal BPI. Okay, so balik kita sa okay, naminaw na to ron si Roy Magsambol from Banilad, Cebu, si Nisim sa Montañez, naminaw po na to ron. Sulti sa mag-assign yung location ha. Yeah, you share this with your American friends kay inyong relatives ito, at least kuan sa taba. Iba sa sila nagtikaw-tikaw ta dire. Okay. One. Okay, now so narintas mga headlines mga sa other news ha. Okay. So kuan again kagapon nagkuan na gyud na to kadlam nagkuan na gyud si officially na gyud the Electoral College sa House of Representatives Congress sa US nagkuan na gyud sila ang electors from each state ning cast na gyud silang electoral votes dito sa electoral college sa Congress of the United States. So officially si Biden na gyud ka officially na siya. I mean legally officially. Si Biden gyud mo naka sila ni kadaog. Pero si Trump sige gyapon panguan. Ay nako. Pero sa dili pa ta makigsunan nga rela sa ta. Now remember sos paita. Sige lang. Unahan na to ning ako di kay ko mag-comments Pilipinas kay I leave that to the other anchors. Pero sometimes I have business ideas mga good. It went very good. Kanang problema sa NLEX, kanang bitong RFID. Kanang barrier, walay barrier. Dugay na ko kakomento na. And the reason is this. Because, as I have said so many times, I have worked in Hong Kong, small companies, you know, Pinoy naman ta. I have worked in Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong, there are no barriers. In the toll gates, no barriers at all. No barriers at all. So, sa Pilipinas, okay ba nga na may barrier? So we're talking about 30 years ago. Let's say, 25 years ago, nanay mga toll gates sa Hong Kong using RFID, no barriers. Problema, masama na, kita mo solve problema ng NLEX nga di man ko nila consultant. Wasag ko nila sweldohi. Kanaantang mga management ng NLEX, may makibaw ang sa buhaton kay kung ako pa musulti sa unsay ilang trabaho, ako nila mo dawa sa ilang sweldo nga tag 500,000 pesos per month. Di ba? Paano ako mo-comment na? Because di ba Metro Pacific man ang tollways na ng uban? Kaya sa ISLEX. Ang Citra tollways, these are Indonesian companies, Metro Pacific company. I think these are controlled by Manny Pangilinan. And Manny Pangilinan lives in Hong Kong. So Manny Pangilinan should know that the tollways shouldn't have a barrier. Lusot yung na using RFID. Ganong hunong ka-coins. Mano yung maka-traffic? Walang kumukomenta na kay wala masay maminaw na to. Taka Manilam sana sila. Di isa ko consultant nila. Di isa ko consultant sa gobyerno. Kinsarang gutawon ko. So, Manny Pangilinan should have known because there are no barriers in Hong Kong and he lives in Hong Kong. And he controls Citra, PT Citra, unsanang tollway diha. Controlled by the Indonesian sila si Salim, which is of course Manny Pangilinan mo ilang pa diri representative. Karon pa mo nakarealize na si Tito Soto ning comment Valenzuela Mayor Arif, karon pa mo after 25 years? Kaya ba man ka Senator Tito Soto nga sa US walay barrier ang mga toll gates? Anong mo man mo emphasis? Senador man ka pa. Ang problema na GTP, sinunod mga idea. I'm not taking akong ideas, but I'm not being paid to do that. Kadaghan ako, sa columnist at business world, kanang driver's academy nga compulsory, akong ko na idea. It's in my book. I wrote that 20 years ago. I think 2001. 2001, 2003. At 2001, dito pa ko sunggo, anak. I wrote that 20 years ago. So, karang Drivers Academy. Ang problema ng Drivers Academy na to, i-accredited niya, mahal ra kayo. Ang drivers, daghan ako mag-connect na ni. My idea is correct, but their implementation is wrong. Muna akong problema sa kanang Drivers Academy. Unless atas ko, inlex. Drivers. Ug naay mo negative, di mo charge dito siyang RFID, negative. Di nang coins. Pero pag-implement ang RFID, baratong ko ng RFID. Wa mo ginag-implement, dapat gi-implement na siya. O di ka mag-cash out. I don't know, mabuang ko sa stupid niya itong mga business managers. Mabitan ako sa di na sa kumukomment kay mga business to makaila, di na kumukomment kay mabuang ko magnaw na. Apil-apil ta sila yung negosyo, sila may bright man po sila. Ito na summarize ng inlex. Dugar dyan ko na. Ang katong dili mag-RFID, coins, sige, linya mo na. Traffic mo. Katong na yung RFID, di na mo angay mo honong. Britso na. Britso. Negative na imong balance. O nakay maximum nga negative over 100 pesos imong utang, then nga to sunahan, ma-flag down ka sunahan. Mo-alert ba? Dili, nga to sunahan, maybe half a kilometer away. Nga to ka, i-flag down. Oy, flag down ka, imong plate number. Nga to ka ma-flag down. Dili ka mag-flag down din sa barrier. Di mo traffic. So, karon solve na nila. Sabot man sila. Pero dugyan na tanong idea. Akong hunaw na lagi, why should I tell Manny Pangilinan what to do when he doesn't pay me as a consultant and he doesn't akong program and he lives in Hong Kong? That's really the biggest problem there. Manny Pangilinan lives in Hong Kong. He knows there are no barriers in the toll gates there. And all other places in the world. This Pilipinas naman na mag-barrier. Now, next. Kedua. Drivers Academy. LTO. Ang Drivers Academy mo charge ka na ka mahal. Pila? 15,000, 10,000, 7,000. I-regulate na sa approval ng LTO, pila charge. Number 1, dapat ang sakyanan ang mo-provide ang Drivers Academy. Ang sakyanan. Number 2, dapat ang Drivers Academy na ay ang Drivers Academy na ay kaugalingong complex or compound. Dili mag-practice sa daan. Because it's dangerous. Di na ka mo drive, nano sa highway na magibutang. The Drivers Academy must have its own complex asa. Kung sa Cebu, yung complex na Compostela, nga ito mas complex na Udanaw, nga ito Udanaw pa practice. Dili sa street sa Cebu City. Do you understand? LTO. Pero malagi, di ba may ito yung LTO Manila? Okay, LTO Manila mo ko na ni. So, ang sakyanan dapat diri ron ang Drivers Academy mo charge sila pila 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 ang mo provide sa sakyanan ang estudyante. Apil na dapat yun sa inyo pagpangwarta na nag-lecture lang mo 3 hours niya mo charge mo 16,000 sayop na kamo rin i-accredit sayop na Dapat nagkag-credit, di ba? So, that was my idea. I wrote it 20 years ago sa akong column. Daghan kong ideas which I wrote and which are adopted already now. Ang shaky say, nangawat na song idea. Karon, I also wrote it about 20 years ago. In fact, akong example ito, pitch hat, akong example ito. But it's shaky that implemented it now. Anyway, so kanang drivers ko sayop na. Number 1, it's too expensive. Number 2, the academy must provide the cars or the motorcycles. And number 3, the academy must have its own complex. Maybe 10-hectare complex nga naikagulingong roads na to ka mag-practice. Na bridge, na roads, na stoplights. Mura siya small city. Wa na makwas. As usual, half-cooked ni mga kwas LTO na to, ang mga government officials. Now, next. Wala ni siyang dalion kaya alas 10 na. DTI. I'm sure walay naminaw na to ng official sa DTI. But kung naminaw na to ang regional director sa DTI, please, ma'am, sir, o ako kibaw kinsa na rin regional director, babae pa ba lalaki? Please, mag-meeting yun ng regional directors. Pilar mo kubok, DC size mo kubok, DC city. Please, sa DTI. O, not only DTI, but also kining Civil Aeronautics Board. Giusab na bang nga na ni? Dipog na ko ani kay wala ko makaplit. Civil Aeronautics Board. Okay. Here's my problem. Ang LBC, I realized nga, palit ko some parts from Manila, doon sa Cebu. Natinga ko, pag-trace na ko, okay, dugay naman ko mag-LBC, kaya during the COVID, di naman tamang matay commercial transactions. Sus, sa mga LBC. 6 to 8 days from Manila to Cebu. So, na ako'y gi-order gikas Manila, wa pa mabot ang tod karon. Now, karon, nasa ta ko ipada yesterday, 6 to 8 days, kung nga naman eh. Kaya baka mo sa nito ko. 6 to 8 days, kaya ang LBC daw, that's why DTI paminaw o Civil Aeronautics Board. Wala na aeroplano. No airplane. So, gibarko na ruro. Kung gibarko na ninyo, 6 to 8 days, ngano ang rates, ang presyo, bayaran sa customer, pareha naman. Ang 135, 130, nisaka na sila sa una, 100 na, 135, that's only 35% increase or 30% increase. Nga naman eh. O, ang cargo sa Cebu Pacific, nagpadako cargo sa Manila, kanang humanity na, mga COVID patients dito sa Manila, what used to be 400, karon 800 na. Almost double. O, rin na to, na yung 700. Basta, almost 1,000 na lagi na. 1,000 na. Depende sa number of bottles ang ipada, pero used to be 500, karon almost 1,000. Ang Cebu Pacific cargo. I don't know, pilagi actual increase na, pero hindi ko naunsa naman yun. Basta dako kayo. Maybe 30 to 40% increase. Gi-charge ba na yung customer ang inyong problema? So, balik tas LBC. So, DTI. Please, DTI, kung namina mo ron, or kailan yung naikaila sa DTI, please raise my concern with them. Ang una, 24 hours delivery, 135, 120 pesos. 100 pesos again actually. No documents. Karon, 135 pesos or 130 pesos, 30% increase, more or less, no? Unya, instead of 24 hours, 1 week. Barko naman. Nganong pabayron man ta, og, paminaw ha, DTI, please. Nganong pabayron man ta, og air freight, when the actual service is sea freight. I-reduce unta nilang price. Ikaduha, by charging us air freight for a sea delivery, kay 1 week man, sea. So, nag-charge sila og 24 hours nga rate. Ang delivery is 7 days. Instead of 1 day, 7 days. That's 700%. That means they are overcharging us for that sea freight. Remember, ha? Sea freight man na. 1 week. Ating ibayaran air freight 1 day. Then that means by charging us air freight, it's fraud. Fraudulent siya. And also, by charging us air freight for a sea delivery, ang pasabot na Mr. DTI, Miss DTI, please, Regional Director, isaka niyo sa Manila. Okay? Mag-meeting mo, mag-Zoom meeting mo, 15 mo ko po, inunta, 20 mo ko po, crown off. Pero pagkakita ka ni DTI, investigate not only LBC ha, but tanan nga mga kuan. Nga nung ma-charge mo air freight 1 day fee for an actual delivery of 7 days sea freight. If you're charging that, that means you're overcharging, you're exploiting, and that's a violation of the, what's a violation? Calamity. Nakita yung mga balao din ng calamity. Now, you cannot change the price in the event of calamity. You're changing the price of your sea freight. Same na. Now, hear me out. Sakto ba niya akong logic? Kamong naminaw din na ron ng kanapa? O pamatog? Si Hana Bungkaras o si Lianik Sendin bago pang join na to. May ganun naminaw to ron. Can you text kuan o reklamo ba dito sa DTI? Di ba? Nganong pabayron man ta og rate for a 1-day air freight when the actual service given is 7 days sea freight. Nung pabayron ta aeroplano nga actual delivery ang service barko man. Ang usa ka adlaw usa man semana. That's overcharging, and you cannot overcharge when we are in a state of calamity. The entire country is under state of calamity. And that's a criminal violation of exploitation, overcharging, changing the price under calamity. So DTI, please. And dili na LBC, all other freight services are charging us for air freight when the actual service is sea freight. The price should be reduced. LBC lang, kay LBC yung ko nagamit kanina. So I'm a victim. Pero Regional Director, trabaho na ninyo. Hindi na trabaho na mo, ma'am. Sila mag-monitor presyo diya sa cucumber o sa chayote din sa carbon. Tanawan yung obvious glaring. Everybody uses that. Now, another thing. So, color, mag-connect mo ganitanan. Muna nga, kapoy siya kay istorya ko na minaw eh. Mentally, ang istoryahan ako si Duterte mismo or mga sekretary sa DTI or IATF mismo. Or if forward na lang itong link sa IATF may. Forward. Yeah, kung nag-time din na, asa na nga timestamp be. Timestamp na rin dapit sa itong discussion. Timestamp mga 1 hour at 10 minutes. Ito lang skip to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Di ba? Roro ko no, ka aeroplano. Okay, nakita sa plano. Ang Cebu Pacific, I think, misaka ang presyo nila, ha? Mana ang cab siguro na, usama na si Boy Aeronautics Board, usama ni, uy. So, manang gusto gyud ko, I hope, isa na mino ito, no? Si Andre Banquerigo, may join na to. Now, aeroplano. So, here's what I don't understand. Nag-lay off ang Philippine Airlines, Air Philippines, Cebu Pacific, and all other airlines. Nag-dismiss sila, nagdagang ipang layoff. Si Jen Barangan nga, favorite sa itong mga ubang anchors diri, na natangakarkar sa iyang YouTube channel, na layoff siya. Okay. Nanong layoff man? Kay wa na yung mga flights. Oh! In other words, you have airplanes with no flights. And then, ang LBC and other freight companies, they have cargo with no planes. Hello, 1 plus 1, cargo, airplane. High volume cargo, empty airplanes. Bang! Paita. So, sa buhaton na, ang inyong mga passenger flights, balik ka. Kay karon ang Cebu Pacific, I'm familiar sa Cebu Pacific, nga na mo para sa kong humanity. EVX, Panos Manila. Mga COVID patients na ako. Akong suggestion is, that's why cab, paminaw mo, or ambot naman siguro government officials maminaw na, di ron, kailangan ninyong taga-kuan, taga-cab, tixin ninyo, or i-zoom ninyo. Empty airplanes, high volume cargo, di mo ka 1 plus 1, ana? Nganong there's only one flight from Cebu. There's only one flight, ha? From Cebu to Manila, Manila, per day, sa Cebu Pacific. Sometimes 2 flights. It used to be 4 or 6 flights for Cebu Pacific alone. Maybe 7 flights for Cebu, between Cebu City and Manila Airport. Cebu Airport, Manila Airport. Mactan to Cebu. Mactan to Manila. So, akong solution, I don't know if this works or not. Ang kanang inyong empty nga aeroplano, passenger plane, inyong sakyan o cargo. So, katong LBC nga mga cargo, ibutang niyo sa lingkuranan, ha? Empty passenger seat. Habulan na ninyo net bag or net, whatever, para di siya mo lihok. So, mapuno ang aeroplano, not with passengers, but with cargo. So, Civil Aeronautics Board, o sa nga ninyo ron, Civil Aviation Authority ba na? O freight companies. Pag-match ko na mo, para mabalik ang 10 flights a day, Philippine Airlines also. So, tanang mga airlines, unsama Cebu Pacific pa na og Philippine Airlines, siguro combined kining duha between the two of them, combined na sila siguro inuntang, sabihin natin 10 flights per day, Mactan to Manila, 10 flights per day ang duha, 5 sa Philippine Airlines, 5 Pacific. Ang pasahero, cargo niya ibutang. So siguro ang inyong passenger flight, kuan lang kay limited mang passenger, Mactan to Manila, 10 flights a day, 2 flights lang. Inyong 2 flights lang ang passenger flights. The 8 flights converted to cargo flights. Ang katong empty seats, butang nitong mga box o mga document gikan sa LBC, GRS, to go, whatever. Tanan. Nya imura na siyang haklapan. Logistically or mechanically, unsaon na ninyo din na haklapan, etc. Inyong itayap, di na ko na may problema. Basta empty plane, high volume cargo, i-match na mo. Manangid mo sa Civil Aeronautics Authority nga i-convert niyo to a cargo flight ang empty passenger flights. So, 8 cargo flights plus 2 passenger flights per day. Human. Well, nasiguro yung manggagmay nga sayop sa akong idea, but the general idea is there. Gusto ko ganina. Kaya nagtugong mas paspas ang tugo. Sir, 6 weeks. Unsay 6 weeks? Weeks or days? 6 weeks. Kamoy yes, barko sa Roro niya, 6 weeks. Ang taga-LBC mo gamit sa inyong barko, 6 days. But, again, going back, DTI, i-prosecute na yung mga freight companies. They're charging us, overcharging us, under a calamity condition. And that's a violation of the law, and that's criminal in nature. Na violation, na penalty, na crime. They're charging us using one-day air freight charges for actual delivery service, that is for via sea freight, barko, dagat 7 days. Okay ba? Sakto ba kayo? Di na to tason, kaya taas na kayo itong mula ginang usahay ka po yan na kumukomment ba? Kaya magkatay-katay ako comments. GT, hatag ng mga ideas. You know, I realized, sukat sa hyperweight, sukat sa akong mga business ideas nga ipang-implement ng sa ubang companies, ako na sunod. I think the best way, para di ko ma-frustrated, di ko mabuang, di ko ma-heart attack. Ako na lang mag-presidente. So that I will set the vision for this country. Imutar mo na ako. Si Pacquiao imutaran. Pacquiao is a nice guy. The only problem with Pacquiao is this. The people around him, can they be trusted? Are the people around him honest and incorruptible? Kaya kung ma-presidente si Pacquiao, buotan siya, di siya mangura. Ang iyang mga tao, iyang mga amigo, iyang mga friends, barkada, nga iyang appoint. Are these people honest? Are these people incorruptible? Ay, tanaw ni mo. Ha? So, manay problema. Mga akong lang mag-presidente, paano naman tayo? Ibuhan mo ko si Boton. Paano ko si... Ganun ang hyperweights dahan, no? Manay problema. Nangutang tag mga tao, nangutang tag kwarta, ipanghatag sa mga tao. Don't give money to the people. Let the people work for it by paying them high salaries. Para di na ta mag-brain drain. I already spent a lot of time discussing the hyperweights over the last 10-15 years. Anyway, salamat yung pag-iguban ka na kung magkaigsunan. Kini si J. The BENZ sa atong i-share ni. Kini akong ilag timestamp yung asa ko gusto ko sa yaw-yaw na ko na mga freight services nga charge na to. Overcharging, that's violation, ha? Nga disaster na to nga mga laws on disaster management. Kung sa DTI mismo, mga presyo sa DTI nagpasaka, Consumer Act. Anyway, thank you and good night. This is the 16th of December 2020 and this is episode number 52, and I hope I have shared with you some insights nga wala masayang ang inyong pagkikuban. Thank you and good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.